Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're wrapping up the NBA regular season in style here on 2K Sports. Our featured matchup tonight out in New York, where the Knicks will be going up against the Utah Jazz. Well, for the Jazz, a victory here tonight gives them the 8th best record in the NBA. It's been a solid season for them. With the regular season starting to wind down, Kenny, if you're a team that's put up a good fight, but now it's obvious you won't make the playoffs, what's your strategy the last few games?
Well, you try to get better for next year. You want to improve. Every day you're on the court, you want to improve. But you also want to put a good product on for the fans. So you want to have the fans believing next year could be your year as well.
Well, I'm not as nice as Kenny. I want to win now. So the first thing I would do, I got to evaluate the coaching staff. And then I got to decide which players I want back. We're not making the playoffs. Well, I'm not paying any people.
Wow.
That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip. We send it to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Tell them sit down. Be humble. 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 Sit down.
It's an interconference contest here in the Big Apple, New York, as the Knicks play one at home. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. Take a look at Utah, and you look at this team, 17 games back from the top seed. We'll see how far they can make it.
Yeah, and you know, we're always looking for motivation. I think there is a lot of pride going into this game for this group, looking to avoid the season sweep after dropping those first two. They'll play with a lot of that motivation.
Now let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder.
Okay, guys, well, we talked about how coming into this game, some were referring to it as a mismatch. And he said, I understand that because, frankly, it has been. We haven't been able to hang with them either of the times we've seen them this year. But he pledged that they're going to lay it all out there today to avoid their third straight loss to them this season. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And Steve, when you're this deep into the season, what are the teams that know they're playoff bound doing to prepare for the playoffs, prepare for that offseason run?
Well, recently they've been resting a lot of players because they know they can sneak a few days in. And then a lot of times, coaches, kind of dabble with different combinations, different wrinkles, adding different things. So that's the luxury of having I would say, somewhat of a lead in the standings. You can tweak a little things and also run a little wrinkles to get a chance to get ready for postseason.
And so off the tip, it's Utah. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, the tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Ricky Rubio is out there with Mitchell, and it's Ingles in at the 3 slot. So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Burke. Knocks down the 3 ball. Burke's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
And yes, it's good.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
Passes it to Cantor. Fires from deep. Ntilikina can't hit. And here's Utah. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
Communication seemed to be missing, and if you want to come away with a lot of wins, you have to have that.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throw is good.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
And Mitchell drops them both. And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start. And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Ntilikina. Shot to stop the run. Gobert pulls it in. Jazz have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. They grab their own miss. And the basket by Ingles.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The feed now to Burke. Hardaway sets a screen for Burke. Stolen by Rubio. And now Utah, fast break. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Man, hard to believe. Already they're staring at a double-digit lead, and we've just gotten started.
Fantastic effort. Right out of the gate, simply overwhelming their opponent.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Ingles against Hardaway. Favors brings the double. Ball's knocked loose. Just 5 to shoot. The shot's good from Cantor.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Here's Ingles. And Utah again with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Burke, covered by Rubio. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Favors.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Burke with it. He had 19 points in the win against Cleveland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ntilikina. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. All right, now let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You take a look at the Raptors. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, New York. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
Well, I think for New York, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk of
Goodness.
terrific. The hands of Gobert are consistently moving, which is why he comes up with these steals.
Knicks trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's Utah's ball. They're on an 18-5 run here. Mitchell. Here's Favors. And it's in off the backboard. Favors got his first 2 points of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Yeah, on the road, role players often have a harder time scoring. But on that night, it was just the opposite. You know, the Jazz, one of the best run franchises in basketball. They operate in a small market, but still one of the top 6 winningest organization in NBA history.
And checking out the stats for Burke, this past month he's really set himself apart. He's right around 17 points a night, 6 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
And Steve, talking about the Jazz in Salt Lake City trying to hold on to big-name players. They lose all-star Gordon Hayward this past summer. And then you might recall Dominique Wilkins, who was drafted by the Jazz. He didn't want to play there.
Well, you know, the good news is you can focus on basketball, not too many distractions. And it's a beautiful city, safe with loyal fans and a chance to win.
Kicks it to Cantor. Now here's Burke. He's covered closely. Back to Cantor. Looking to end the run. That's good on the jump shot.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Rubio. Nailed from three-point land. Rubio's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Burke kicks to Hardaway. That's tipped. They break it out, 5 on 3. Here's Rubio. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Knicks trail by 20. To the middle. Here's Ntilikina. He had 16 points in the win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
The Jazz on offense. Here's Mitchell. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Mitchell's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Outside Hardaway. Dishes it to Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. Cantor kicks to Beasley. Hardaway for 3. New York, no good that time either. Utah leading by 22. Here's Mitchell. And Utah again with the bucket.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Derek Favors. He's one of the standouts over the last month. 9th in blocks, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. 5th, the Jazz.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
Poke loose. Here's Burke.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
It's led to a big lead. Credit the leadership on this team. They've kept everyone focused on what matters.
Pass to Favors. Got it. Good job in the low post. Favors has got 6.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here
time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And it seems these players are getting more and more athletic, Steve. So much of that is modern conditioning, core strength, off-season workouts, things that probably didn't happen when you were playing, but just because of science have developed now. What did you do that helped you out the most, and maybe some things you wish you had done?
Well, you look at my body, Kevin. Yes, it didn't help me. I was this skinny rail guy. We had a bench press, and we squatted. But guys right now are having more talking about core strength, yoga, Pilates. I mean, they're doing so much that it's totally different. I wish I would have been a guy who spent more time on his body versus my game, because it means a lot to be able to have that core strength. But I didn't think beach muscles, you really needed it to play the game of basketball. Guys right now, it's their entire body, and it's also their entire way they recover from games of basketball. And I think that's what I wish I'd have worked on better.
That word you just said, recover. The recovery process, I think, is even more scientifically advanced now than it was when you played, correct?
Yes. Kevin, example for me, I just iced my knees. Guys now have hyperbaric chambers that they use, and a lot of guys have them in their homes.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Beasley. And it's Moutier in for Trey Burke. Crowder goes in, and the shot goes down.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
Hardaway from outside. Rebound, Utah. Last time they met was in Utah.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game. Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
Rubio comes with the double team, stolen by Mitchell. For the finish, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
I say it's the #1 reason why they are ahead in this game right now.
The offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Hard to maintain your discipline, but obviously this was the game plan coming in, and they're carrying it out.
Moutier with the basket. It's been all jams. Crowder with it. He's picked up by Lee. Favors. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
He feeds it to Lee. Lee can't get that one to fall. Rubio against Lee. Got that one up quick. 7 points for Ricky Rubio.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And here's Moutier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. He dishes it to Thomas. 6 to shoot. Pick by O'Quinn. Gobert brings the double team. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Now, here's Rubio, defended by Moutier, and he gets the bucket. Rubio's got 9 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Moutier kicks to Lee. They set the pick. Thomas a screen. Back to Moutier. Right side, Lee. 5 to shoot. Moutier with the basket.
You look at that lead pass there. He just has such a great feel for the game.
And then Favors with the dunk.
Favors will never turn down a chance to dunk it. A powerful presence who really intimidates defenders with his athleticism.
The Knicks shooting only 28% here in the first. A shoddy game offensively for them so far. Knocks it loose and stolen by Favors. Jumps up. Oh, he just jams it right over Kyle O'Quinn. Wow, what a play.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Lee, a screen on Favors. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the Jazz last season making the playoffs for the first time, Steve, in 5 years.
You know, ownership showing the patience to build this team back to contention. The front office, part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, drafting well and developing their young players. Shooting 2.
And that one falls for O'Quinn. Steve, a lot of great guards out there in the NBA. Many of them will drag you down to the block. Which guards would you least like to go up against in the post?
I would say Dwayne Wade, because I've got a chance to play against him in the post.
Yeah.
Some of the guys now you look at, Sean Livingston, Devin Booker is a sneak peek for me. They say he's a shooter, but you got to watch him down the low post. DeMar DeRozan can make a living down there. Those are the guys that stand out for me right now, Kevin.
Tough guys, tough players, you're right.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Screen by Lee. Favors brings the double. Fires the 3. No good that time. And it's Utah the other way. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A tall guard who can see over the defense, Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
Here's Lee, looking for his first basket still in this one. Ball's knocked loose, stolen by Mitchell. And now Utah, fast break. O'Neal with it. Now Thomas defending. O'Neal misses. Lee outside. That 3 off the mark.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock. Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot from the low block. O'Quinn can't hit. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator. It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Here's Mitchell. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot. And this one was uncontested.
And so it's Utah with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, the Jazz enjoying a nice lead here.
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset. And these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
Now, here's Moutier. Moutier out there with Lee. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Thomas. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Crowder, and he lays that one in. Crowder's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Jazz.
And that's another fast break bucket. And this is the pace, though, guys, that's been working for them.
They are winning the battle in transition. Look for them to keep pushing the tempo.
Out to the right wing. Out to Lee for 3. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
The Knicks shooting a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going. There's a screen, and Exum comes to help. Lee outside. Back to Thomas. Clock at 6. Sinks the three-pointer. Thomas got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Favors, and a slam dunk by Favors.
Exum's teammates like the fact that he always has his eyes open to get them the ball in a nice position. That's what good point guards do.
Quinn can't hit.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Mudiay spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot, a big reason why they're ahead in this game. You know, Derek Favors has played alongside a lot of different type of centers. That's why he's worked so hard to add a jump shot so it's not all clogged up in the middle.
And he goes big with a dunk right over Mudiay.
Oh, yeah, when a bigger guy like Favors runs down the court like that, it helps open up the offense.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Mudiay kicks to Thomas. Pick by O'Quinn. The dish to Lee. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Thomas. New York moving it around. And the Knicks hit again from deep. And Steve, when you look at Favors, if you had to pick, do you play him at power forward or do you play him at the 5? You play him at the center?
I think in the old days you play him at the power forward position, but I think nowadays, he's maybe a shade better at the center spot. It's close. You could argue either way.
Favors against Thomas. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his first foul. So both teams changing it up here. The Jazz have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Here's O'Neal. Good D by Lee. Knicks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Knicks. Hardaway's checked in for Lee. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Here's Exum. Burke grabs the miss.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
Puts up a 3, and again it's the Knicks missing. Jazz shooting has been out of this world, 74% from the field. The shot's good from Jerebko.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Pass to Ntilikina. Feeds it to Beasley. Beasley the screen. Burke kicks to Cantor. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Hardaway. New York needs to get off a shot. They get it back. Goes back up. And stolen by Favors. The pass to O'Neal. The finish. Goes up. Blows the dunk. New York's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second. And been successful 3 times. Passes to Hardaway. New York, no good that time either. For Utah, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. 6 points for Trey Burke.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
And let's review some numbers for Ntilikina. He's averaging 6 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And clearly, he's having a tough stretch here. But it's all about how you respond to the adversity. That'll be key.
Listening to your coaches. Putting in the work. Those are keys. That's really all you can control.
Burke, the pass to Hardaway. He kicks it to Beasley. Now the feed to Burke. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
2 points, that one goes.
And when Exum is hitting from the mid-range area, it opens up the floor. The more he plays, the better he looks shooting from there.
Cantor with it. Favors picks him up. Oh, trying for it. And stolen by Favors. Here's O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Up again. Ingles with the rebound. Utah shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Over Hardaway. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And it's Hardaway again missing.
He's been scoreless for a while now. They're still trailing here. They might want to move to some other options offensively.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
There's a screen by Cantor. Pass to Ntilikina. From deep. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got his third rebound on the night. Favors attacking. That's tipped. And stolen by Favors. Over Beasley. Again, Favors missing. The Knicks shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Knocked loose. He had stolen by Ingles. And even 3-on-3 break. And a slam dunk by Favors.
And it only takes a couple buckets for Favors to get rolling. They got to keep feeding him the rock.
Knicks shooting just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. In the corner, Hardaway with it. New York, no good that time either.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The Jazz shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Ricky Rubio comes in for O'Neal. Now, Smitty, be honest. When you're watching these games on TV or in person, how much do you miss playing the game?
You know I do, Kevin. I've always had that in my bones. But I think as of now, the last 2 or 3 years, as a guy that can shoot the ball a little bit, I wonder and dream and pray if I could have got a chance to shoot 15, 18 threes. So I love it, but I know my time is over, but I would love to shoot that many threes.
Ingles. Rebounded by Hardaway. They need this one. That doesn't go either for Hardaway.
Awfully hard to get back into the game when one of your key shooters is this ice cold and has been all quarter.
And the basket by Ingles.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Ntilikina. No good on the three.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. It seems like every shot these guys have been putting up has been going in. This month's top shooters. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
And so it's New York with it. Pass to Ntilikina for the three. The shot misses.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
Ingles can't get it to go. The Knicks shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. New York, no good that time either.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
The shot's good from Jerebko.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Burke kicks to Cantor. There's a screen by Cantor. And Exum comes to help. It's tipped. It's stolen by Gobert. Ingles against Hardaway. The Knicks pull it in. To the inside. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
The Knicks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And New York making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. And Utah also making a switch. Crowder's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Beasley. Utah shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert has incredible length. When he's driving, he just rises up over the defense.
Gobert's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. There's the pick. Gobert brings the double team. Now here's Burke. T right on him. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at Houston. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, there's Utah, 3 spots below.
Right now for the Jazz, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
Ricky Rubio again. Rubio's got 13 points.
So often the setup man in transition. This time, Rubio takes it himself.
There's the pick. Burke dishes to O'Quinn. Pass to Ntilikina to the right side. Inside, Lee. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. He has 5.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Rubio comes with the double team. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Jerebko. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
Pass to Ntilikina. New York moving it around. Misses the 3.
Awfully hard to get back into the game when one of your key shooters is this ice cold and has been all quarter.
And when you look at Jay Crowder, he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely valuable.
The Jazz have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Free throw good, Crowder. And Greg, wouldn't you agree, Crowder clearly one of the best in the NBA in defending?
Without question. I mean, this guy guards 3 positions every night. And the combination of strength quick feet, and then the quick hands make him a problem.
And Utah making a change here. Mitchell's checked in, and he can't hit the second. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Crowder. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. This is his second trip to the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And both free throws good from Crowder. 20 seconds left here in the second. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul. And so it's New York with it. Now Moutier, Lee outside. Crowder with the steal.
And how about the anticipation? Just sniffed that one out, knew exactly when to make the move.
And so it's Utah, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken,
as we break down the action. Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what do you think?
they're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. The Knicks shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And so in the game for the Jazz, Ingles at small forward with Favors at the 4. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. And here are the Knicks now. And Burke has it in the corner. Drains it from beyond the arc. Burke's got 9 points.
I love the fact that Ntilikina is skilled at being a ball mover. He's got a pass-first mentality, and that's winning basketball.
To the middle. Here's Cantor. Gobert with the block. And now Utah, fast break, and then Favors with the dunk.
And a lot to like about that play. particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Burke kicks to Beasley. Dishes it to Hardaway. Back to Beasley. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Favors. Beasley with the rebound. Beasley's got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And now a chance to take a look at the shot chart for Utah.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around, as his energy is contagious out there right now.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Jazz coach Quinn Snyder bounced around as an NBA assistant coach. 4 different teams, never staying more than a year. He got his education working under so many great coaches.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And Coach Snyder said that his experience as an assistant coach helped to erase some coaching blind spots.
Well, you take something, Kevin, from every experience, every stop. He's been well prepared to become an NBA coach. Over 2 decades on the bench before taking over the Jazz job. Boy, he reads the defense well, makes a nice adjustment. Very dependable.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
A chance to see stats for Hardaway. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up, putting up about 18 points per, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
There's a screen by Canner. To the paint, up off the screen. And he sinks the layup.
I tell you, Ntilikina does not have any problem breaking down the defense, especially in that pick and roll where he's able to thread that pocket pass brilliantly.
For New York, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Now here's Burke, covered by Rubio. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
Kicks to Burke. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
There's a screen by Cantor. Pass to Burke. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Rubio. Ntilikina can't hit.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
They get it back. Favors. Excellent D there from Beasley. For New York, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and a lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. In a draft stocked with point guards, Ntilikina's court vision, Greg, might be the best of them all.
I mean, he's a true pure point guard. At the same time, a good shooter. The length to defend wings, so that versatility makes him one of the more valuable prospects.
O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. So he gets them both.
And the potential that Ntilikina has is really cause to be exciting. A lengthy point guard who can run the offense well, and if he bulks up, look out for this guy.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by O'Neal. All alone, and the dunk by O'Neal.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Stolen by O'Neal. The finish. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Oh, terrific pick. Then kicks it right ahead, turning defense into offense.
And on the other side, that's an annoying miscue. Total lack of focus.
Hardaway for 3. Rebound, Utah.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's Mitchell. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Stolen by Rubio. Here's Mitchell. He's got 24. Off target from the wing.
I'm not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
O'Neal passes to Mitchell, and he uses the glass on the layup. Mitchell's got 26.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They've got a monster lead that's taking a life of its own.
He tries for 3. Rubio with the rebound.
You know, he really is forcing it right now. This has been a frustrating night for him.
Mitchell's shot is good. And so here is New York. Burke with it, guarded now by Rubio. And now Rubio pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
And the rejection by Favors.
The 7'4" arm span of Favors paying big dividends when it comes to rim protection.
And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside. And Ricky Rubio, known mostly for his ability to pass it and create opportunities for teammates, but You know, I think he's an underrated defender at that point guard spot, and maybe doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. Lee comes in for Ntilikina. Utah also making some changes. Crowder, he's checked in for
Mind the
Favors.
lanes. Mind
And
the
it's
lanes.
Dante Exum in for Mitchell.
One shot.
Rubio, no good on the free throw. And Greg, for Rubio, his defense is something that isn't talked about, but is certainly present all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's smart, fast, he moves his feet well, and has terrific anticipation with his hands. Great playing both on and off the ball, and just aware of his spacing and a player's tendencies.
Lance Thomas, he's checked in for New York. Moutier comes in for Burke. Now here's Moutier. He's covered closely, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. And now Utah, fast break. Rubio's got the ball, falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And there it is again. They get careless with the basketball, and immediately it costs them.
Moutier with the ball. He feeds it to Hardaway. Out to the right wing. Thomas kicks to Hardaway. Lee dishes to Moutier. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Moutier's got his third bucket of the night.
Bad communication defensively. This is the last guy you want to leave open from there.
Dropping dimes all night. He's been completely locked in.
Unselfish basketball. That'll make you very popular amongst your teammates.
Here's Crowder. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
The Jazz have taken 10 shots from the free throw line up to this point and made 6 of them. The Knicks making a switch here.
One shot, gentlemen.
For New York, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Moutier with the ball. Out guarded by Crowder. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's foul number 2 for him. Moutier passes to Thomas. Picked by O'Quinn. Thomas down low, defended by Crowder. Thomas, good.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Down low. The shot's good from O'Quinn. O'Quinn's got his second basket of the night.
This is where it's important to have guys looking for opportunities. Terrific lead pass.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Extended the lead. This has been a great period for him offensively.
New York's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Moutier with the ball. Out guarded by Crowder. That's tipped, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Finished off the break. O'Neal's got 12 in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Moutier kicks to Thomas. Utah with the rebound. O'Neal's got his 4th rebound in this one. Rubio with a wide open look. And Utah again with the bucket.
And you can see the game plan tonight. They keep calling Rubio's number, and he keeps answering.
Moutier dishes to Lee. Feeds it to O'Quinn. And here's Moutier. He's got 7, 4 on the shot clock. New York, no good that time either. Jazz shooting a scorching 68% in the game. And Utah again with the bucket.
3 straight baskets in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
Now here's Lee. He has 5. Looking to end the run. Hits the three-point bomb. 8 points for him.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
With that 7'8" wingspan, anytime Gobert gets the ball near the rim, this is what you expect.
Lee passes to Thomas. Double team on Thomas. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Ricky Rubio. Now, Moutier. 1:57 left to play in the 3rd. Thomas, a screen on O'Neal. Changes up. Misses from short range.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game. Oh! And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, he gets up. The Knicks shooting around 48% so far in the 3rd. O'Neal comes with the double team. It's stolen by Ingles. And another fast break for Utah. Jazz running. With the second effort, and O'Neal finishes inside. O'Neal's got 10 points in the quarter.
And you look at it, 8 of the last 10 points they've given up here coming in transition.
To the inside, Thomas takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
And he makes that one. Ingles has got 15 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Screen by Lee. And Thomas has it in the corner. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
2 points, that one goes.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Moutier kicks to O'Quinn. It's stolen by Ingles. And now Utah, fast break, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Look at the big man Gobert sprint down the court, looking determined to beat everyone to the bucket.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Now the dish to Moutier. Offline with his 3. Utah shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. Thomas kicks to Lee. From outside, off the mark. And so it's the Utah Jazz holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Our activity defensively has been great. Active hands. Okay, the other thing is it's allowing us the defensive rebound. Okay, so keep attacking the defensive rebound.
And Quinn Snyder really focusing on stops and limiting the other side to 1 shot per possession.
And that's his calling card. Terrific defensive coach, demands excellence from his guys on that end of the floor.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And for Utah, we've got Alec Burks, Udo out there with Yarebko. Then there's Bradley, and it's Neto in at the 1. No good on the 3.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Udo. The Knicks shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. And there's the foul. It'll go on Udo. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Jack. Outside Thomas. And there's the pass to Hicks. Pocket 6. Lets it go with a 3. He can't get that one. And Utah the other way now. Jerebko the pass to Neto. Here's Udo. Banked in off the glass.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Jack passes to Hicks. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Shooting from New York. Taking 2 shots.
Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Burks and Utah again with the bucket.
Alec very comfortable shooting from mid-range. That's a shot he can get with his driving ability.
Thomas dishes to Jack. And the Knicks miss again. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. They get it back. Neto with the bucket.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Shot by Jack. Wide open. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, good box out. Keeps him shielded off and then draws the over-the-back call.
Over eager to make a play. Got out of control. That's an unnecessary foul.
Here's Udo. That one a little long. The Knicks have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. They get a hand on it. To the left side wing. New York moving it around. Shoots a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working. One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Knicks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Inside, here's Hicks. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. New York's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Udo, the 15-footer, good.
See, this is how you dictate the flow of the game. He's been lit this quarter.
Udo comes in with the double team. to the left wing. And the Knicks hit again from deep. Jazz have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. And the basket is good.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage. Bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there. Not a lot of solutions.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Has his man just misses with the pass. Not sure what happened on that play.
For Utah, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. New York's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And there's the foul. It'll go on Udoh. That's foul number 2 for him. Now here is Jack. Not a lot of room. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's New York. The Jazz shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Here's your Repko. That shot is off. Good D by Thomas. High arcing shot. He's off on that one. The Jazz go the other way with it. Here's Udoh. Another shot. Bradley. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against New York.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Enes Kanter's checked in for New York. And so Bradley nails both of them. The Knicks have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Burks covering. And that one is stuffed right through.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Pass to Jack. Bradley on the double team. Thomas gets a wide open look. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Again, Thomas missing.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bradley. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. The shot comes out, but they get it back. The Knicks have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Bradley on the double team. They get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. And New York making a change here. Ntilikina's checked in. Pocket 6. Burks with the double team. And he banks in the layup.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Power down with both hands.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
For New York, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Burks with the double team. And the rejection by Udo. Down low, here's Bradley, and Utah again with the bucket. Here's Ntilikina. Outside Thomas. There's a screen by Cantor.
Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Jarrett Jack. The Jazz also changing it up. O'Neal comes in for Udo. And it's Exum in for Raul Neto. And both free throws good for Thomas.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Ntilikina. Burks covering. Here's Moutier. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And that's the shot he wants. Just a little bit out of rhythm.
And O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got 12 points in just the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Exum comes to help. There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Moutier. Cantor. And Cantor able to finish.
You have to box him out or he's going to beat you to the glass on both sides of the floor.
Here's O'Neal. Good D by Thomas. The Knicks shooting at 42% in this final quarter. Here's Ntilikina. Thomas, no good. The feed to Burks. It's hauled in by Thomas.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
It's been all Jazz. It's stolen by Moutier. To the wing right side. Ntilikina. The basket good off the assist from Moutier.
And every set they're running looks like it's designed to produce a triple.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch. Looking to rack up points and chunks.
And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
One shot, gentlemen.
The former University of Colorado alumni Burks, a solid two-guard who can really light it up.
Here's Ntilikina. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Here's Exum. And the Jazz, another three.
I love the adjustments he's made here in the second half, getting the looks he wants now and shooting a much higher percentage.
Right wing. Stolen by Exum. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And though Exum is thin, his height and wingspan make him tough to stop inside.
And Dante Exum, a 6'6" slashing point guard. You don't see a lot of players who fit that mold.
No, you don't, Kevin. His size and quickness is really the foundation of his game. He's very elusive off the dribble, and at the defensive end, he's been terrific for a young player.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
The point guard out of Australia, Dante Exum, is a rare physical specimen. Reason why he has great length at that point guard position, great size.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D.
Here's Moutier, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And with Moutier, although he is a heavy rotation player, Greg, he is still somewhat of a project long term.
You know, it isn't always easy to be patient with Moutier, but that's what is needed. Slowly improving his efficiency, which is a big issue for him. And you can see the raw potential, but he has a lot of smaller things to clean up.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Moutier. Utah's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Here's Bradley, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
I like that they're trying to maximize the value of each possession, and you know their coach likes it.
Outside Thomas. He dishes it to Cantor. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
And there it is for him. O'Neal's got 4 this quarter.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
And he's doing it efficiently, taking makeable shots. That's led to a high percentage from the field.
Stolen by Exum. Now here's Bradley. He's guarded closely. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And it's sent back by O'Neal.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Jazz.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first 2.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Rudy Gobert.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
I love the low post attack on that one.
Utah calls timeout. They're up. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And with the playoffs on the horizon, he'll be looking to stay in peak form as long as he can. There's 45 seconds left in the game, and it's in there.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
Cantor sets the pick for Thomas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Thomas. O'Neal against Thomas. And the dunk by O'Neal.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Thomas with another miss.
He had it rolling and then lost it for some reason. Let's see if he can get it back while it still matters.
Burks can't get it to go. Pass to Thomas. No good. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
And they sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Rudy, another strong performance for you guys. How good is this team playing right now?
We're playing great. You know, it's all about our defense. You know, when we play defense, when we focus, we communicate, and after we get easy stuff on the offensive end.
Rudy, a great win. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.